Today's class is covalent bond part 1, a part of chemical bonding.
Today we are discussing about the chemical bonding of which the part is covalent bond. In our previous class we have explained electrovalent bond. Now we are discussing about the covalent bond, of which the first term is hybridization. Different type of Lewis-Dot structure we have already studied in our different classes like class 9, class 10. Now according to the modern theory, the first term is hybridization. What is hybridization? To explain this term first, see that this is a flat, suppose first floor, second floor, third floor, and all these floors are two dimensional. We know that it represents generally the quantum level, different energy level, principal quantum number, that is the orbit of the atom. Let this is an atom and which is represented by this flat, first floor, second floor and third floor. Now suppose there is a ceremony like festival like Saraswati Puja. So the third floor inhabitants, let we have assumed there are three types of inhabitants are there. First A, second B and third C, of which A is rich people, rich, B is pure middle class, B is middle class, but C is poor people. Generally, so these three inhabitants of the third floor decided to welcome this ceremony, to Saraswati Puja will be maintained by these three inhabitants, rich, middle class and poor. But before the starting of these, actually they have no tendency to interact in between themselves. A, B and C, they have no tendency. They have different room, they occupy their different room, but they have no tendency to interact with themselves. But during the festival, as they, like a club, they actually supervise this particular ceremony. Suppose Saraswati Puja, all these first floor and second floor inhabitants are invited to attend this ceremony, but directly they do not take part in their ceremony. But A, B, C, only these three type of people who are the inhabitants of the third floor take part directly in this ceremony. So to fulfill this, to actually successfully complete this ceremony or this type of festival, suppose A, B and C now come into the room to attend a meeting so that they can complete the work successfully, complete the festival successfully, complete the pujas, let Saraswati Puja successfully. Now, so they have to attend a meeting so that the work can be distributed, the financial system, financial department can be distributed in three different families. So A, B and C, now they come to join a meeting, and this is the place where they have to attend the meeting first. So this is the place where the mixing of A, B and C families occur. So this is the mixing of A, B and C families. Now they do not belong the family of A or B or C, rather they are like a total family, a complete family. So these rich people, middle class, poor are now indifferent. So this is the mixing up of pupils, this mixing up of orbitals. Now we can explain that rich people is of d orbital or d subcell, orbitals of subcells, rather it is denoted by orbitals. B is middle class, that means p subcell, and C is the poor class, that means S subcell, which is the least energy, which actually occupies the least energy level, C. So S, P and D, these are the orbitals, different orbitals. So before starting the puja, they have to attend the meeting, and this meeting is called the hybridization. This mixing up of orbital is called the hybridization, in which they come to a same energy state, because initially they have different energy levels. S is the lowest energy level, P somewhat greater, but D has the highest energy level. So this mixing up of orbital is called the hybridization. Why they have to mix up? Because they have to successfully complete the festival, and that festival is called the bonding, chemical bonding, which is nothing but the covalent bond. Chemical bonding, nothing but the covalent bond. So before the formation of a covalent bond, hybridization must take place. This is called the hybridization. So mixing up of orbital is called the hybridization. Now different time during their mixing, different types of mixing up of orbitals take place. And this is called the overlapping region, and process is called the overlap. Now first, S-S overlap. We know that S is spherical in shape. So if an S orbital is combined with another S orbital of different atom, then S-S overlap thus occurs. So this shaded region, blue color shaded region, indicates the actually overlapping region. Again, PP overlap. PP overlap, head-on collision of these two orbitals, because during the formation of this overlap, the electron density is shifted towards the head of this, and this electron density is shifted towards the head of this orbital. Which one will be the head? The direction at which the other orbital approaches is called the head of that particular orbital. Now this will be the tail, this will be the head. So electron density will be shifted towards this. This electron density will be also shifted towards this. Hence the front portion, that means head portions, will be occupied in somewhat inflated, and backward portions remain somewhat diffused, and hence the PP overlapping region is denoted by the shaded region. Again, this SP overlap, S orbital can be overlapped with the P orbital through head-on collision. So such type of head-on collision, this is called the SP overlap. So maximum overlapping region, the larger the overlapping region, greater will be the bond strength. So with the increase of the overlapping region, bond strength increases. And how we can increase the overlapping region? Because we know that if the size of the atom is small, then due to high nuclear attraction, the overlapping region increases. Overlapping region, this is overlapping region actually. Overlapping region increases, and with the increase of the overlapping region, bond strength increases. Therefore, HH shows the maximum overlapping region in between them, these two atoms, and hence very high bond strength. So all these occur through the head-on collision of the orbital, different orbital like SS, SP, PP, etc. And such type of overlap is called, that such type of bond is formed, is called the sigma bond, where the overlap occurs through the head-on collision between defined two atoms, two orbitals. But during the formation of sigma bond, after the formation of sigma bond, suppose these three are the mutually perpendicular p orbitals. So suppose covalent bond is formed through px orbital. Now py and pz are perpendicular with respect to px. So if or whenever the overlapping region increases, therefore the perpendicular orbital come closer to each other. Hence, with respect to px, py and pz also come closer to each other, but no such type of overlapping, that means head-on collision take place in between py and pz. Rather, a sidewise overlap may occur in between these two orbitals, and such sidewise overlap, it is shown by this sidewise overlap forms pi bond. This is the pi interaction, which is formed after the formation of sigma bond. If there are electrons in py and pz orbital in the perpendicular plane with respect to the sigma bond, then a pi bond occurs. But also we know that pi bond is weaker than that of sigma bond. Such pi bond is weaker than that of sigma bond, than that of sigma bond. So this is actually all about the hybridization as well as the different type of overlap we have discussed in this part. Now we are discussing about the different types of hybridization state. Different types of hybridization. to find out the different types of hybridization, first we have to find out the central atom of a molecule. Which one will be the central atom? Central atom will be the larger in size and higher in valency. That will be the central atom. Like in water, H2O. In H2O, this is the oxygen atom, because oxygen is larger in size as compared to hydrogen. The size of oxygen is larger and the valency of oxygen is 2. So this is the central atom. Now after find out the central atom, the hybridization state, we have to find out the hybridization state, and the formula of hybridization state is equal to half V plus X minus C plus A, where V equal to number of valence electrons of central atom, X equal to number of hydrogen or halogen atoms, C equal to charge of cation, and A equal to charge of anion. So this is the formula through which we can find out the hybridization state of the central atom in a particular compound. Suppose the example is BeF2, beryllium difluoride. We know that here the central atom is beryllium because it is larger in size and its valence is 2, where the valency of fluorine is 1. Therefore, we have to find out the hybridization state of the beryllium here. So the formula is half the valence electron of the beryllium contains 2 plus X. Here the number of halogen atom is 2. Cation and anion is 0 here. So overall is 2. That means one is s orbital, other is p orbital. 2 orbitals are required to form this particular compound. One is s, another is p. So sp hybridization. The structure is nothing but the linear. The bond angle is 180 degree. Structure is linear. The bond angle is 180 degree. Next is BF3. Second molecule is BF3, boron trifluoride, BF3, in which the central atom is boron. We know that this is larger in size and its valency is 3. Therefore, the hybridization state will be, the boron is the group 13 elements, so last cell contains 3 electrons plus there are 3 halogen atoms, 3 fluorine, so it will be 3. That means it requires 1 s and 2 p orbital, sp2 hybridized. It is planar triangular shape. The shape is B, F, F, F. This is planar triangular shape actually. The bond angle is 120 degree. The bond angle is here 120 degree. This is the bond angle 120 degree. This is the planar triangular shape. Third is CH4, methane. Here the central atom is carbon. So half 4 plus 4, as the carbon is the element of group 14. So this will be 4. Hybridization state will be 1 s and 3 p orbitals are required. Hence the hybridization state is sp3. Therefore, the structure of the methane will be tetrahedral. Here the carbon, this is the hydrogen atom, and all these 3 hydrogen atoms lie in this plane particularly, like this. So the actual shape is tetrahedral. This is the shape. See this particular structure. This is the head, tetrahedral structure. Tetrahedral, denoted by TD. Here the bond angle is approx 109 degree 28 minute. Bond angle 109.28. Now the next example is of PCl5. Phosphorus pentachloride. Half the central atom is phosphorus. The element of group 15. Therefore, the valence shell contains 5 electrons and 5 halogen atoms are there. Therefore, the total will be 5. 1s, 3p, and 1d required. sp3 dehybridization. Hence, sp3 dehybridization. The structure is triangular planar, triangular bipyramidal. How it can be it can be drawn? This is the triangle actually. This is the triangle shape. This is the triangular bipyramidal. Central atom is phosphorus here, and the 5 corners are occupied by the 5 chlorine atoms. So triangular bipyramidal, TBP shaped. Next structure is of SF6, sulfur hexafluoride, SF6. SF6. So of which the central atom is sulfur here. So half sulfur group 16 element, last cell contains 6 electrons and there are 6 halogen atoms. So overall will be 6. That means one is 3p and 2 d orbitals, sp3d2. The structure is octahedral. This is the structure, octahedral structure. The structure is octahedral, central atom is sulfur here and the 6 corners of sulfur are occupied by the 6 fluorine atoms. So this is octahedral structure, SF6 denoted by OH, octahedral structure. Here these bond angles are 120 degree in case of TDP structure and the above the plane and below the plane bond angles are 90 degree. So there are two types of bond angle, somewhat distorted and hence this structure. And SF6, all the bond angles are 90 degree. All the bond angles are 90 degree. So octahedral is symmetrical in shape. So these are the different hybridization state of the different examples of the hybridization state: sp, sp2, sp3, sp3d and sp3d2. Now there are some species for which we have to find out the hybridization state of the central atom. First, the ammonia here. Ammonia, the central atom is nitrogen because we know that the nitrogen is larger in size and its valence is 3, for which hydrogen of ammonia, actually the valence of hydrogen is 1. Now the hybridization state of the nitrogen in case of ammonia, the hybridization state is half. Nitrogen belongs to group 15, 5 electrons in the valence shell and 3, therefore it is 4, that means sp3. But so there are 4 corners, nitrogen, 4 corners must be occupied by the atoms, but there are only 3 hydrogen atoms. So 3 corners are occupied by the hydrogen, 1 corner remains vacant and that vacant corner is fulfilled by the lone pair. So this orbital will be occupied by the lone pair over the nitrogen atom. So thus the position of the lone pair, that means the vacant corner will be fulfilled by lone pair. So this is the process through which we can find out the shape of the structure, and we know that there is different type of interactions. This is called the sigma bond, and sigma bond, that means here the bond pair is present. This is called the bond pair, that means bonding electron pair. But this is called the lone pair, where no such type of interaction occurs because there is no other atom on the opposite side of this lone pair. So lone pair is located somewhat nearer to the central atom because here the bond pair is somewhat diffuse, because hydrogen atom, though it is less electronegative than that of nitrogen, the nucleus of the hydrogen also attracts the bonding electron pair towards itself. So the electron pair, bonding electron pair, is somewhat diffuse towards hydrogen, but lone pair is located over the nitrogen atom. So the lone pair bond pair repulsion increases, which actually decreases the bond angle. Hence the bond angle becomes somewhat less. Approx 2.5 degree gets decreased. So bond angle becomes 107 degree approx. sp3 hybridized. Now in case of water, the hybridization state, we have to find out the hybridization state first. Hybridization state of the oxygen atom. Here the central atom is oxygen, half 6 plus 2, because the element oxygen is of group 16 element. So that is 4, also sp3. So oxygen is the central atom. 4 corners are there, but only 2 hydrogen atoms are there. There are 2 hydrogen atoms actually. So rest 2 corners are occupied by the lone pair. So there are 2 lone pairs over the oxygen atom in water molecule. Hence lone pair repulsion becomes very high, and that's why bond angle decreases more as compared to the ammonia. This is due to the lone pair bond pair repulsion. Here lone pair bond pair repulsion occurs. Here lone pair repulsion as well as lone pair bond pair repulsion occurs. Hence bond angle decreases more as compared to ammonia, and bond angle becomes near about 104 degree, approx near about 104 degree. So again the vacant position, vacant corners are occupied by the lone pair. Now in case of carbonate anion, the central atom is carbon here. So in case of carbonate anion, central atom is carbon, so the valence shell contains 4 electrons. There is no hydrogen or halogen atom, so the charge will be V plus XX will be 0, minus C. This is not the cation, so minus 0, but this is anion, so plus 2. That means half into 6, that means 3. sp2 hybridized. sp2 hybridized. So 3 corners are there and there are 3 atoms. 3 oxygen atoms are there also. But to fulfill the valency of oxygen atom, one oxygen must be occupied by the pi bond. So to fulfill the valency, pi bond can be given. So to fulfill the corner, lone pair can be given. To fulfill the valency, pi bond can be given. Therefore, the other 2 minus charge, the other oxygen atoms occupy 2 negative charge over these 2 atoms. So O minus, O minus. This is the shape actually sp2 hybridized. So planar triangular shape of the carbonate anion. So these are the structures through which you can explain the position of the lone pair, how pi bond comes. Now we have to calculate the bond order through this hybridization state. First we have to find out the shape of the structure of the molecule or ions. Already we have discussed what will be the structure regarding the hybridization state. Now we have to calculate the bond order. Already in our previous video we have discussed the resonance. So through this resonance we can calculate the bond order. Bond order means number of bond forms in between 2 atoms. So where the single bond occurs HCl, when the double bond occurs like O double bond O, the fixed number of bonds are there. But in case of resonance, like benzene, this is the structure of benzene, we know that this is the structure of benzene. But benzene enjoys the resonance stability, so it readily converts to the other structure like this. It readily converts to the other structure. Now these two are the resonating structures of the benzene. One is denoted by A, other is denoted by the B. Now suppose there are 2 atoms, like number 1 carbon atom, number 2 carbon atom. So we have to find out the bond order in between these 2 atoms. How can we find out the bond order? The formula is, to calculate the bond order, there is a formula also. The formula is bond order calculation. Bond order formula is the total number of bond forms in between 2 atoms in all the structures divided by total number of resonating structures. Like here 2 bonds are there in between these 2 carbon atoms, but here only 1 and 2, they have only 1 bond. So total number of bond is 3 in these 2 structures. Total number of bond forms in between these 2 atoms is 3 divided by number of resonating structure is 2. Hence the bond order becomes 1.5. We are taking another example like carbonate anion, CO3 2 minus, C double bond O. Already we have discussed the structure of carbonate anion, and it also enjoys the resonance stability like this, C O minus, double bond O, single bond O minus. Again it enjoys the resonance stability like this, C double bond O, single bond O minus, double bond O, single bond O minus. So let we have assumed these two atoms like 1, 2. So the bond order becomes total number of bond forms in between these 3 are actually the resonating structures of the carbonate anion. So here there is 2 bonds, here there is only 1 bond, 1 and 2, here there is also only 1 bond. So total number of bond forms in between these 2 atoms are 4, 2 plus 1 plus 1, 4 bonds. But the total number of resonating structures is 3. Therefore, the bond order becomes 1.33. So thus we can calculate the bond order of the different species, different ions or molecules which enjoy the resonance stability. Now, these are all about today's class.